These are 5 skills I wish I learned before coming to Canada. If I had someone advise me or I'd seen a video like this to go and learn a skill before coming to Canada, maybe my goal of working independently would have come into fruition. I have suffered in the hands of the job market. If you are a woman who is planning on relocating to Canada, these are my top 5 skills for you to learn. So let's just get right into the video. Number 1, braiding. As a black woman who can braid hair, that just makes you extraordinary because firstly, you can braid your hair, so you'll be able to save money from paying other people to braid your hair. You'll be able to braid other people's hair and make money from it. People charge nothing less than $100. That's a very average, very God-fearing braider will charge you 100. The ones that are not God-fearing, they will charge you 250 to 300 and above. Average price for braiding hair is $100. So imagine if you are braiding 2-3 people's hair per day, or even one for a start. You're making $100 per day for a start for somebody that just came into Canada. That's something. It takes people sometimes months to land their first job here. So if you are able to do that, that's definitely a good skill to have. Number 2 on my list is photography. There's always going to be events, there's always going to be weddings, there's always going to be children's party, especially if you belong to a community like a church or like a mosque. Being a photographer is a really good skill because you can market yourself within your community. I mean, there are a lot of international students graduating every day in Canada. You think they don't need professional pictures? A few days ago I reached out to a photographer here in Canada because my son is about to turn a year old and I was charged. So I told the photographer I just want to snap just portrait pictures of my son, nothing too serious. I was charged $250 per hour. So if we are going to be using more than an hour during the shoot, I'm going to be paying $500. That's for 2 hours. So you can imagine how much photographers are making. If you're interested in or it's something you like, you can definitely try it out, and I think it's a wonderful skill you can have as well. The next skill I think you should have before coming here is baking or cooking. Cooking is a life skill. Coming to Canada, you don't have access to Yamoria's food, you don't have access to Abula food. Like, you have to learn how to cook for yourself. You cannot be buying Van Suya every day, $30 food every day. How much are you earning? So you have to learn how to cook, you have to learn how to bake for yourself, and it's also good if you can do it professionally. Baking, cooking, especially baking, you can learn how to make cakes professionally. In Canada, I personally think like this is a great business idea for anyone in Canada. There's a huge gap in fresh bread. If you go to the supermarket or to the stores, you will see bread that have been like 30 days. You'll be wondering, what is it doing here? Like, there's a huge gap. The only store that I know that makes fresh bread in Canada is a Chinese store. And once you go to the store past 4 p.m., 5 p.m., the bread has finished. So I think if you have a good bakery business that makes bread, it's going to be a good business idea here in Canada. Just my thoughts. I have like a long list of business ideas that I think would do here well because I am really passionate about business. I digress a bit. I was saying, if you know how to bake like cake, you know how to bake bread, like you know how to bake pastries, donuts, stuffs like that, you can supply them for events. I also think it's a good skill. You can market yourself on Instagram, TikTok, Marketplace. Definitely a good skill to have. You can also put that into consideration if you enjoy cooking or you enjoy baking. So the next on my list is driving. I know this one shock you, Abby. In Canada, if you don't have a driver's license, especially as a newcomer and you are looking for employment, you are going to suffer. It's going to make your process a lot longer, a lot more hectic. Most job on Indeed or on the job bank, they always usually require that you have a driver's license. So imagine you don't have a driver's license, you don't have Canadian experience, like, bro, you are literally shooting yourself in the leg. So I wish somebody had told me, my girlies, learn how to drive. My husband did warn me, but I was just too lazy or I did not like understand the consequences until I got here. And every job I applied for, they always required a class 5 license, which I do not even have a driver's or a learner's license. Brings me to my last skill, content creation. I know what you are thinking, content creation. That's why this video is directed to women. I feel like women have a high tendency to do better in content creation if they are consistent and if they put themselves out there. All the skills that I mentioned, or all the skills that I say you should mention, braiding, photography, especially braiding and photography, they are entrepreneurial skills. They are skills that you also have to have entrepreneurial skills before you can also be able to market them to other people. So how are you going to market, or how are you going to tell people that you braid hair? Word of mouth is not going to be enough. You have to constantly be able to remind people that, oh, you are into braiding. So content creation, putting yourself out there basically, is the best way to get like visibility, is the best way to get eyes on yourself. So it's not just about creating content, it's about having a skill that you can sell. So if you are braiding your hair, or if you are, some people even like sell wigs in Canada, or like have a business in Canada that they use content creation to push. Just to tell you how important content creation is. If you know how to create content, you can sell literally anything in this world. So which is like the most important skill to have, being able to sell anything. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you're in Canada and you are watching this video and you think that, oh, there are some skills that I missed that you think would be good for any woman who is also planning to relocate to Canada to learn, please add it in the comment section. And if you are still watching this video, you are part of the 20%. Literally only 20% of people that watch this video will make it to the end. So if you made it to the end, please hit the subscribe button, join this family, join this gang. I'm trying my best to be consistent here. So your subscription, your engagement, they do mean a lot to me. So please subscribe, please engage, like, share, all of that on this post, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.